Shalom, Famalama. This is Minister Sarah with the Sarah Blessing Ministries. And before I get into the word and before I get into my message for today, let me start off with prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, this word will go out unhindered and uninterrupted by any demonic or satanic force, and it will reach the ears, hearts, and minds of everyone that you have gathered to hear it. Souls will be saved and lives will be changed at the hearing of this word. In the mighty name of Yeshua. Lord, I pray that this word that I'm about to release will speed up the sealing of the saints and bring your people together in unity under your commandments, under your will, and under your ways. In the mighty name of Yeshua. Okay, so I've been away from the channel for a few weeks. I've been taking some much needed rest, very much needed. And now I'm back with a message. And today I came to talk about the LA protests that are going on with ICE, the government agency, fighting against the people, particularly the Latino community, who they're calling illegal immigrants.
And you stand with Trump. What do you say to someone that says Trump doesn't like Latinos?
Trump is family. Yes.
De familia.
Trump is not familiar.
Hours of standing off this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
You just shut the fuck up. You okay?
I'm good.
Are you okay?
We all know the truth behind that, but that's what's going on. And so I got so much to say. I'm just wondering where I'm going to start on this message. Okay, so I grew up around Hispanic people my whole entire life, even as far back as when I was in elementary school. I remember there was a Hispanic family in the neighborhood. We got along with them fine, no issues with them. And I think it's because even though I was a young age and people didn't really explain it to me, I just knew instinctively, I just knew that even though their skin color was lighter than mine, I knew that we were the same. We had the same struggles. We had this thing. I just felt like we had the same history. I could feel it, even though no one had actually told me that about that family that was there. I just felt it. And it's been like that through my whole life growing up. There has always been Hispanic, Latin people in the Latinx, Latino community, however you want to say it. And I've always had Latin people around me, Hispanic people. And I've gotten along with them just fine, just because I knew the commonality that we already shared. Now, there were some of them who, because of my darker skin, wanted to treat me different based on colonization and mindsets that they had, and wanted to pretend like they were somehow better than people with darker skin. I have seen and experienced that firsthand. And I will tell you that even though I've experienced some of that, I remain who I am. Black and proud. Nobody will ever be able to take that from me. And let me just break it all the way down for you, because if you ain't got no melanin, let me put it this way, the sun is not on your side. If you don't have melanin, you ain't got you don't have favor from the sun. I'll tell you that, because you need melanin to be out there in them streets under the sunshine. Because if not, your skin is gonna burn up to a crisp, and you're gonna get sunburn, and you could have cancer at dangerous levels just from sitting in the sun. So don't come to me with your pale white skin talking about you think you're better than anybody else. If anything, you're worse. You're worse than people with darker skin, because everybody knows, if you've read the Bible, God's people have dark skin. As a matter of fact, it gives a description of the Messiah in the Bible, a description of Christ, and it says that his skin is so dark that it is as fine brass as if it's been burned in a furnace. And anything that has been burned in a furnace is black. Blackety black. That's the color of black. So his skin was close to this color. Okay? Darker than most of our skin on the planet. His skin was like this. And if you ain't got no melanin, don't come talk to me about you think you're better or you're superior than anybody else. Kick rocks on that, okay? That is a lie from the pit of hell. Okay, so you ain't better than nobody because your skin is lighter and you got proximity to whiteness or lightness. And let me break that down for you too. The people that think they're white, the Bible actually calls their skin tone ruddy, like red, the red that's in their skin, because their skin is so light, you can see the red in their skin, their blood. Yeah, that is a curse, because if you don't have melanin, that's a curse. And in the Bible, when Miriam, who is the sister of Moses, when she spoke against him in the Bible, her skin turned white. That is a curse. And she prayed to God. She pleaded with God to get her skin tone back. Okay? Her skin obviously had to have been dark, because why would you be upset if your skin became light and you're crying out to God for your skin to go back to its normal dark skin tone? Okay? So that light skin is a curse. Blonde hair means there's no nutrients in it, because black is the all colors. Yeah, let me break it down. Let me give you a lesson on that. Black is the presence of all colors. White is the absence of all colors. So when your hair goes from black to a lighter color, so let's say if you color it, you dye your hair, you bleach it, it goes from black to a lighter color, like a light brown, and then it keeps getting a lighter brown till it gets red, and then the red drowns out of it, and then it gets to a blonde color. That blonde color means that the nutrients and the color in your hair has died, okay? So blonde hair, white skin is a curse, okay? That's what that means. And so the colonizers have lied to you and convinced you that their mutant-like features are superior when they're at the bottom of the barrel. They're underneath the bottom of the barrel. Okay? They're way down low. And the Bible even says that all of the heathen combined, I'm not just talking about white people, I'm talking about Asians and the Persians and all nations of the world combined are like a drop of spit that fell out of a cup to God as far as significance. Okay? So don't talk to me about the other nations being superior because they have light skin or white skin. That is a lie from the pit of hell. And we reject every lie from the pit of hell. We smack it down. We reject it. We banish it. We evict those lies. We throw them out. We toss them out in the mighty name of Yeshua. Okay, so this message is about the Latino community joining up with Massa, running behind Massa like a desperate, lonely, depressed pick-me, trying to get Massa on your side by trying to side with Maga policies. Maga policies that are against your people, that are against your community, even the people that are Latin people that look like you. A lot of y'all voted against your own people, your own brothers, sisters, cousins, the people that live in your community. A lot of y'all voted against them just because you thought that you were better than them, either because you had lighter skin, you slid in on some kind of visa, and now you feel like you're safe. Just because of that, you voted against your own people. And we're going to get to the black people in a minute, but because we're going to camp out there. We're going to spend most of the time talking about the black people, the black and the Latin connection. We're going to spend a lot of time on that. And so y'all thought that by cozying up and rubbing elbows with the white folk, that they somehow would accept you, that they somehow wouldn't reject you. But let me tell you, Every chance they get, they call you monkeys. They call you criminals, drug dealers, gang members. They hate your guts. They don't care that you got light skin. They don't care that some of y'all Latinos got blonde hair. They don't care about that. They know your history. As soon as you walk into the room, they know your spirit. They know you're not one of them, and they hate you for it. You will never, ever be able to charm Esau. Esau is the white folk who the Bible calls cursed. You will never charm Esau, Edom, Idumea, Esau. You will never charm them. They will always hate you. The ones that originated in the cave and they was eating bugs and they never took a bath. Those same people who you now are trying to get to lick your wounds, those same people right there, they will hate you forever. They will never like you ever, no matter what you do. You could give them money every day, all day. They would never like you. They will never accept you. They will never appreciate you. You will never be a part of their club because our spirits are contrary. It even says in the Bible, they were fighting in the womb. We will never, ever have peace around those people, and they will never like you. They will never accept you. They'll never be on your side. They'll never give you favor. They'll never care about your causes ever. Get that through your head right now. And so you betraying your own people just puts you on the chopping block faster. That's what that does. All it does is put you in the energy, in the frequency of hate, of degradation, of abuse, of being deported. They're going to call you illegal immigrants. Every day of the week, they're going to call you that. No matter how you got in, your paperwork could be as official as the government seal. They don't care about that. They don't give a damn. They want numbers. They want to take people and capture them and torture them. That's because that's what they're doing. And they're going to, in the news media, they're going to spin it any which way they can to make y'all look as evil as possible so that nobody feels sympathy for you, so that nobody cares, so nobody comes checking for you. That's what they're aiming for with the lies that they're spinning in the media. That's what they're aiming for. And let me just tell you this. The Black people, my people, this is the message to the Latino community. We ain't coming, okay? Just a few weeks ago, y'all were talking about you had Black fatigue. The only people that we're helping are the ones that are on the Black agenda. We don't care about y'all self-hating Latinos that's running behind Massa, trying to do whatever he tells you to do, trying to get on his side, trying to hate Black people because you think it puts you closer to whiteness and it puts you closer to getting something that you want at the expense of your own people. Get away from us with that evil, demonic mentality. Stay far away from us. Matter of fact, it's disrespectful. Keep our names out your mouth, trying to get us to do anything for you. Keep our names out your mouth. Okay? We ain't doing nothing for you. Don't call us. Don't text us. Nothing. We're staying home. We're going to be under the covers, taking a nap, doing our nails, doing our hair, making a meal, watching a show, whatever we want to do, but we ain't coming over there to the front lines to fight for a bunch of ungrateful people who ain't done nothing for us. Okay, we're going to stay home. And as a matter of fact, you need to be running over to us to figure out how you can get on our side, because we're going to be turning to God. We're going to be keeping these commandments, and we're going to be doing what God is telling us to do. And I'm going to tell you one thing is for sure. If you're not on God's side, you're getting left behind. We're going to throw you to the wolves. We're leaving you behind because this train is moving forward, and anybody that's not on it is going to get rolled over. Okay, I don't care who you are. 1/3 of all the Israelites are going to be the ones who keep the commandments. The rest of them, we don't care about y'all, because the Bible has already prophesied that only 1/3 of all of the Israelites, the Latino community, if your father is an Israelite, either a Black man or a Latino man, from the lineage of Abraham, then you are an Israelite. However, only 1/3 of all y'all, us included, 1/3 of all the Israelites is going to return to the commandments. The rest of y'all, y'all are collateral damage. We don't care. And we're not going to waste any of our precious time, energy, and focus on a bunch of people who could care less about what we're doing for them. No, in this season right here, this season is about putting ourselves first. Who is us? The Black people, the Black community, the ones that everybody want to run to whenever chaos is going on, whenever there's destruction on the horizon, the ones that you want to run to fix all your problems for you. We choose ourselves. We're going to be resting. We're going to be at home resting, minding our business, doing whatever we want to do all day, every day. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be keeping our dollars black. We're going to be keeping our peace and quiet in-house. We're going to be minding our business. We're going to be turning off the listening ears of the monitoring spirits who want to ask us questions day and night just to figure out what our next move is. We're ignoring all y'all. We're going to do what's in our best interest and what works for us. And we don't care how you feel about it. Okay? Cry about it. We don't care. Okay? Because we only care about the ones who are on the Black agenda. We only care about ones that have demonstrated, who have shown us that they are on our side. If there's any question about you being on our side, you're not. If somebody has to ask if you're for Black people, you're not. Because it should be blaringly obvious and clear through your energy, through your frequency, who you rolling with. If you ain't riding for us, we ain't riding for you. Keep our names out your mouth. We ain't coming. I don't care. There could be an explosion in LA, in Chicago, in New York, in all these cities, in Texas, wherever they're having all these protests. We don't care what's going on. We ain't coming. Okay? Stop calling us. We're at home. We minded our business, doing whatever we want to do in our houses. Okay? Mind your business, because we're definitely going to be minding ours. And so I have put together a whole collection of videos that are talking about the Latin Black connection, about these protests, which the media is calling riots. These protests that are going on right now all over the US, and they're spreading rapidly. And you're going to hear from our people, the Black people, the ones that matter the most. Everybody knows that we matter the most. We make noise. When we put boots on the ground, there's a thunderous roar, okay? So you're going to hear from our people. You're going to hear from the Latin perspective as well on these videos. But keep in mind, everybody want to know. Nothing moves without us. Everybody want to know what's on our minds. Everybody want to know what we're thinking, where we're going next, what we're going to be doing next. And so I'm going to give you both perspectives, but I'm going to let you know right now, I'm going to keep it all the way real with you. The only one that matters is the Black people, because we are God's chosen ones. We are the ones, when all the smoke settles, when all the dust clears, after every form of destruction that hits the earth, we're going to be the ones that are still standing. And all the other nations are going to be running to us to try to figure out what they can do to get on our side. Oh, trust and believe, it's about to happen. And along with that, you better know this, that God is about to put the resources of this world, the most valuable resources all over the planet, are about to find their way into our hands, into the hands of those who love God. And He's already giving us plans and ideas on what we're going to do and what we're going to build and rebuild and reconstruct and rejuvenate once He gives us the wealth that belongs to us. First, it belonged to us because we are the original kings and queens of the earth. The way that we lost the wealth is when we stopped keeping the commandments, following behind these wretched nations, following behind their evil customs and ways, like Christmas and Thanksgiving and all these holidays that ain't got nothing to do with serving God, and sleeping around person to person. All that kind of stuff led to us losing our kingdom and our wealth through slavery. We went into slavery after we lost. That's how we lost our wealth. Well, now, as we're returning to the commandments and we're doing what God told us to do, that's returning back to us. And it's coming in an undeniable way where nobody can take it from us. Because, and I have knowledge firsthand about this. First, God is going to give it to you in your spirit. The first wealth that you're going to see is the wealth is going to be in your spirit. So these are going to be ideas. They're going to be visions. And God is going to speak to you in different ways. He's going to give you things that nobody can take from you. Not a house, not a car, not jewelry, not material possessions. Is going to first be deposited into your spirit. And it has to be that way, because if he doesn't give you wealth in your spirit first, if it's not in here first, then you can't have it out here. And even if you get the wealth in your hands, you won't be able to retain it unless you first have it inside of you. So I'm going to tell you right now, the wealth comes first in your spirit. So he's going to give it to you in your spirit first, and then you're going to start seeing it in small ways in the material world. He's going to give it to you little by little to make sure that you can handle it. And then he's going to give you larger amounts to handle once he knows that you can handle it. So this is for my people, the Black people and the Latin people who love God, who are returning to the commandments and serving God. You need to be figuring out first, what are the commandments? Start keeping them. Because here's what happened. Here's what's going to happen is, if God gives you wealth and you don't keep the commandments, you're going to lose it, because that's what happened last time. So you have to be keeping the commandments in order to keep anything that God gives you, even a husband or wife. If you have a husband and wife and you start sinning, you're going to lose that husband and wife. No matter what you have, if you start sinning, you're going to lose it. It's universal law. That's how God created the laws. So you need to be keeping these commandments. You need to know them and keep them. And then as the wealth returns back to our hands, and power, of course, we're going to have power with this wealth. Once that returns back to our hands, God can trust us with it because we're keeping his commandments. And so we're going to get back to these videos, but I'm going to release these videos that I've put together for you so you can see them and get the perspective of our people that are talking to you. And here's what I want to encourage you to do, because at the Sarah Blessing Ministries, we are political as well as spiritual, because it all goes together. And because our kingdoms are coming back to us, we're going to be the rulers of this all over the world. We're going to be the rulers. We going to be the po-pos. If you look in the Bible, it talks about our people being the officers. We are the ones, we are the custodians of this earth. We are the stewards that God has put in position to take care of this earth. And he has to be able to trust you in order to give you something. And so unifying with your people gives you a level of trust. You can't be trusted if you're going against your own people. And first of all, we're going to leave you behind too. If you won't unify with God's people, we're going to leave you behind. Don't ask us for nothing. Nathan, don't ask us for nothing if you are not willing to unify with your people under God, under his commandments. Okay, that's where it starts. So I'm going to show you these videos and I'll come back and talk about it.
Black people making fun of Mexicans for what's happening right now with Mexican people. I have also seen black people make videos talking about Mexicans. Don't come to us for help because we're not helping. First of all, Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people. They have Salvadorian people. They have Guatemalan people. They have Nicaraguan people and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people. Black people, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves. That's wild. Mexican people are hardworking people. Mexican people stick together. They make it work. That's the total opposite of a black person. You want to call me racist? Go right ahead. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, Mexican people are not alone. They have all of us. What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother?
So other cultures come to this country, and one of the first conversations that they have amongst their people is to avoid the black people, that the black people are violent, the black people are problematic, stay away from the black people. And when you get here, then you treat us just as such, that we are less than, we are beneath, or that you are better than us. All y'all cultures, all other cultures treat us that way. Name a culture, and yes, Haitians too. Yes. Africans, yes. Mexicans, yes. Latinos, yes. Asians, yes. Koreans, yes. Everybody wants to avoid black people and paint us in a stereotypical light. Minus the ones who then gain proximity to us and see that we are compassionate, we are loving, we are family oriented, we like to have fun. But when you are not in proximity of us, you run with the stereotype that this society has painted of us. And you treat us as such. Within the Latino community, you don't like that I'm saying what I'm saying. But is it true? Is it true? Is it hard to see yourself and to face those truths now that you're in a hot seat? Is it that? Because I find it really funny how now you guys are going through what you're going through. And all this time, when anybody have made a mistake in a Dominican for black, I'm not black. I'm not black. Nobody wanted to be black. But y'all want to call upon us now that y'all are in this seat of fire. And y'all want us to put ourselves in harm's way. And you're going to say there's no harm. It's people process. When black people gather, they get fearful because we are powerful. So yeah, we bring our asses out there and it will be met with violence. So yes, I'm telling our people who look like me, because that's the only obligation that I have, is to my people. And to unify my people, because society has kept us divided for so long. So me promoting unity amongst my people and telling us, mind your business, that don't got nothing to do with us. It is all facts and all truth. Why the heck will we come out of our safety of our homes to go out in the streets and march and protest when we know that gets nothing? It breeds no results, right? So you want us to get out and do something that we know doesn't work. Y'all watched us do it and y'all seen that it gets no results. And y'all also have seen through history how they treat melanated people. When they get out there and they start protesting, what the heck are we protesting? We are from this country. This is our country. If anything, all of y'all are illegal immigrants to us. Every race that is not an aboriginal, indigenous to this land. But right now, it just happens to be the Hispanics and the Latinos. And it's unfortunate, but it's not our fight. So me telling my people to stay their asses in the house, focusing on self, focusing on their self-love and their oneness, so that when they look at their left and their right and they see their brother or their sister that looks like them, they will treat them a little differently because of oneness. While y'all are going through what y'all are going through, y'all voted for that man. You made your bed, now lay in it. My people are going to mind our business. We're going to watch. And we're going to focus in on ourselves. This is our land. We are aboriginals to this land. We are indigenous to this land. So my promotion of melanated people's self-love and oneness is not a division. It is a oneness of us. My only obligation lies to melanated people and to women. Because first I am a woman and then I am of melanin. I'm not sure what came first. Okay, the chicken or the egg, but I am both. And my only obligation is to those things. It is unfortunate that this is where you are in you all's journey. But when you came to this country and you treated us the way you treated us, and don't say that you didn't. Don't say that you didn't. You guys lynched, you guys murdered, you guys killed, you guys threw cocktails, you guys did all of these things to people who look like me. Just for moving into your communities. You treated us crazy. Just because they told you that we were something and you thought that you were better than us. So now that your ass is in the hot seat, you looking for us. Where are we? Where are we? We are where we are safe. We are safe because this is not our battle. So stop looking to black people as your scapegoat, as your savior. When it's all said and done, you're going to go and spit on us. Get the fuck out of here.
Let me ask you something. Would you do something for somebody that's always blaming you, always gaslighting you? Whenever they're thinking of somebody to insult, your name comes up. They only come to you when they want something. They're never on your side. When people crack jokes at your expense, they're laughing. You can't remember a time when they ever did anything for you, but they're always calling you to do something for them. Would you help somebody like that? I'll let you think about it. No, neither are we. Latin community that's wondering where the Black people at while we're not on the front lines of the protest in LA, in Chicago, in Texas, where else they have it, wherever they have it.
In Florida for more than half his life and worked for the same construction job for many decades. Every day that goes without him here is a day lost forever. This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs the most is the one thing that we're being kept from giving him, which is us. I feel that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally ill, spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation. Please don't let him die in a cell. Please don't let his final memories be of those of pain and isolation.
The one thing your dad needs the most is his family. And that is the one thing that his own daughter kept from him by voting for Trump, because you thought you were white. But this is the most extreme reality check for you, that your proximity to whiteness, that your white husband, your white baby, your white in-laws, your new white family, none of that means you are white. And it's not going to protect you, and it didn't protect your dad. You voted for a man who you knew was immoral and inhumane, who ran on mass deportation and said,
"They're poisoning the blood of our country." That's what they've done.
Immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He's talking about your dad. He's talking about you. But you thought other people would suffer, and you were perfectly okay with that because you thought you were white. So that makes you immoral and inhumane for voting for Trump. And therefore, you voted for your own father who is suffering, who is terminally ill, to spend what little time he has left in pain and isolation, to die in a cell with his final memories being pain and isolation. You got to spend the rest of your life knowing that this is how your father died because of your vote. This is an extreme example of how pathetically desperate some brown and black people are for white acceptance and white validation. They will trade in their own family and loved ones for it. That self-hate that stems from generations of internalized racism, the need to still assimilate to whiteness, is still so ingrained in so many Latinos who will erase themselves just to be disposable to people who will never accept them. She's a perfect example. She was dumb enough to let those people use her for her vote, and now she's disposable to them in the worst way possible.
Florida will be the downfall of Latinos and Hispanics every time. Florida is what I will vote for Donald Trump. Florida is the home of I will vote for Donald Trump. That's where they live. Vote where was I for Donald Trump. The Florida Hispanics had a hit with that one. Y'all trash. Y'all trash. Trump trash. His wig is trash. All y'all are garbage, okay? Y'all gonna be the downfall of the Latinos every motherfucking time. Florida Latinos, Hispanics from Florida. You cannot tell them that they are not Caucasian. Like, it's really just ridiculous.
We ain't coming. Y'all gonna be waiting for a long time if you wait for us, because we ain't coming. You can't gaslight us into coming to do something for you when all you do is try to use black people as your punching bag. We got your number. We clocked you before you even showed up. And this is what I really wanted to say. Black people, stay home. Mind your business. This is not our fight. This is their fight. The ones that ran after Trump talking about, I will vote for Trump. Those ones, the ones that were doing salsa dancing to that ghastly song about Trump, about voting for Trump, you will let them clean up the mess that they created with their own words when they went against their own community.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. I love my freedom. I will vote.
Like, how are you guys handling this? Because I can't. Like, they are hunting us down like animal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you don't listen to black women or people of color to say, don't vote for this man. Just because you look like his skin color, do not vote for this fucking man. And here we are. Yeah, they're hunting all of us down like fucking animals because that's what they see us as, is animals. And you want to come on here crying and complaining. That's the problem. Is everyone who was fucking light-skinned Latino or whatever the fucking case may be thought that y'all would get a free pass just because you guys were light-skinned enough. But y'all definitely weren't white-skinned enough, and that's the problem. You really thought they had your fucking best interests at heart, and they're not. And it's fucking embarrassing that this country is literally building itself on literally racism. That's what this country is now. It's no longer home of the free, land of the brave. It's land of the racists and land of the white-hooded people who want to go ahead and control every goddamn thing. Literally, that's all it is. So don't jump on here crying and complaining, saying, are you guys okay with this? Of course we're not fucking okay with it. But this is the consequences of your guys' fucking actions, and it's fucking disappointing. Because every goddamn time, it never fucking fails. The people that are light-skinned enough always fucking think they're white-skinned enough to go ahead and pass. And the people that are pissed off when they read this fucking video and be like, what do you mean white? The people who are white already know that I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the racist motherfuckers in this goddamn country.
Ain't nobody running to save them. Save yourselves. Call Karen. Call your congressman. Call Maga. We don't care. Don't call us. Keep our names out your mouth. We ain't coming. We're going to be at home, minding our business, drinking our tea, our coffee, having a steak dinner, eating some delicious veggies, spending time with family that actually loves God and loves ourselves, that want to unify together. We ain't coming, okay? Thank you and goodbye.
Say it again. Y'all can't blame us. We ain't out there robbing shit and looting and doing the crazy shit that y'all doing. So the lady on CNN that said that, oh, that's not the Latinos and shit like that, that's the black people that came out there. No, sweetheart, we at home. I'm at home enjoying the fruits of my labor. I feel like I'm more safer at home because when we was going through what we was going through, y'all motherfuckers wasn't nowhere to be found. So why the fuck would I be out there helping y'all? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all got it. Y'all handling it. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Even if we were to help y'all, it's just going to get worse. Them motherfuckers is not playing with y'all. They is not playing with y'all. They shooting y'all with the fucking beanbag guns and shit, and that shit hurt. So, yeah. I'm not out there, sweetie. We at home. Some of us gotta work. Some of us gotta take care of our kids. We gotta handle our business. So, and I'm making sure I make this video respectful as possible because TikTok is real sensitive, and they already took my other video down for harassment and bullying. So I'm not harassing or bullying nobody. We at home. You can't blame us.
They didn't care about their black brother, their black sister. They were only trying to save themselves through their white skin. It's evil. It's diabolical. It's unacceptable. And we will only allow those of y'all Latinos to be around us that actually love the black community. If you don't, we're going to reject you. We will not allow you to siphon the remainder of our energy for your evil MAGA causes. We ain't having it.
We sympathize with you and what y'all are going through right now. And I also want to especially shout out to the Latino community, the people who understand why black people are not coming outside. I want to say thank you to y'all. And for the ones that don't understand, I'll explain it. Y'all want us to fight for you, not with you. Y'all don't like black people until y'all need black people to do something for y'all. Y'all would rather us come put our bodies on the front lines because y'all know they don't give a damn about taking our lives. So if we go out there on that front line and we lose our lives, it's okay as long as you get to keep yours. Also, the transactional support. Y'all like, oh, we were there for Black Lives Matter. We were there for our ancestors was there for civil rights movement. Okay, and Y'all think because y'all ancestors did something or because y'all did something, we have to? That means that what y'all did was transactional, that y'all only supported us so that we can support you. You didn't support us because you wanted to. You supported us because you wanted something back. That's transactional. How about you hold your own people accountable or hold somebody else accountable? Because y'all keep saying that we are next. How about you talk to the Hispanic people who voted for him, or talk to the Asian people who voted for him, or the other communities? Because the truth of the matter is, we can't be deported. So with that being said, talk to the people that can, the people that look at y'all and say, well, we got here legally. No, they went through the same process y'all went through. Their process is just a little more easier because they appeal to them more. How about you all appeal to them? Why y'all keep trying to appeal to us? And then y'all say stuff like, don't let them divide us. Don't let them divide us. We need to stay united. Question: when have we all been united? I'll wait. And my good friend Boss Up and Get It Now had a valid question. If we do all kumbaya somehow and come together and get along and we fight for you all, right? We fight, we lose our lives, some of us survive, then what? Will you then stop saying the N-word? Will you then stop thinking, oh, black people are lazy and they just all play the victim? Oh, all black people are criminals. Then what? Does that change the way y'all think about us? I don't think it will. I think y'all want us to fight for you, not with you, because y'all really don't care what happened to us. Y'all just want us on the front line so they can take our lives.
Community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit. I get it. But I don't. Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not gonna talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, that all of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save you as Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some out of this country, you better kiss some blacks.
Now you're trying to run over to the black hand side and try to get us to do something for you. We ain't doing nothing for nobody that ain't on our side. We ain't doing nothing for nobody that ain't doing nothing for us. Okay? We are at rest. We are at peace. We are in the pursuit of our own peace. We're in the pursuit of our own happiness. And we don't care how you feel about it. Crash out. Get in your feelings. We don't care. Okay? If you're wondering what you're hearing in the background, that's one of my neighbor's smoke detectors going off. And that was the sound of them running to try to get it to turn off. God is so funny.
You know, I've been seeing this discourse between the black community and the Latino community, and there's something that really sticks out to me. I keep hearing this argument that once they come for us, once they're finished coming for us, they will come for you. Once they're finished coming for the brown people, they will come for the black people. And the reason why I think Black America seems to be continuing to push back on this particular argument is because they are making a point that is honestly getting lost in this entire conversation. What Black Americans have been saying, more so than we did our protesting in November when we voted at the polls, is that this problem, this issue, this plague of racism and discrimination, this fight for civil rights that has been going in this country has not finished. It did not end back in the 60s, in the 70s, when we made so much progress for not just our community, but all communities that were trying to come into this country and establish a life for themselves. In fact, I believe the black community has continued to say over and over again that this fight is something we should all be paying attention to. But the more that we made that point throughout the years, the more we were ignored. The more people told us that we were the ones fear mongering, that we were the ones who could not let go of the racial injustice, the racial tensions, and all of the issues that we saw very clearly were still plaguing this country. And that absolutely included a divide between the Latino community and the black community for a very, very long time. You see, despite the fact that we have lived in communities that have been right next to each other, right on top of each other, we blend our cultures in so many different ways, there's definitely been a tension between Black Americans and Latino Americans. For whatever reason, that tension is there, and I can't point to one specific thing, but it's real. And because of that tension, there's a distrust. Because of that distrust, it leads us to situations where, coming up to this past election, when Black Americans were telling not just Latino, they were telling everybody that Donald Trump was not somebody you should be voting for, nobody wanted to listen. In fact, the data shows, the poll numbers show that every other community in this country was heavily divided besides the black community that voted 92% of women for Kamala Harris and 80% of men for Kamala Harris. I think what black Americans have been trying to say.
During the last election, many African Americans warned about this. While many Latino Americans sang this.
I will vote for Donald Trump.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop sending me the video of those two Cuban women who are talking about African American. I don't care. I really don't care. For me, like I said, my platform, if you've ever followed me, I have never pushed for solidarity with any other races because I have seen how everyone treats us. I understand the social hierarchy. I understand racial hierarchy in this world. I will never advocate for uniting with any other group because every other group just sees us as utility, people to be used.
Okay. What you're seeing right now is a separation between the black community and the Latin community, but in a spiritual way, because physically we've already been separated by skin color. And that happened because sin. Our people got into sin. And then when we got into slavery, we were colonized, which means we were raped. We were thrown around from plantation to plantation where we had to sleep with random people that we hated. We hated them people. They forced us to sleep with them. And so that's how our melanin got stripped out of our skin. Listen, I've been praying to God because I know one day that our melanin will return. I'm like, Lord, all the melanin that I had before, give me my melanin back. I want to be dark black. I want to be black. I prayed that prayer. I want to be black. Give me all of my melanin back. I mean that with every fiber of my being. I want everything that I had originally when God made me in my skin, all of my melanin. Okay, so we have been separated through skin color already, but what I'm talking about is there is going on right now a spiritual separation where God is making it very clear, crystal clear, undeniable, like nobody can deny it, that what's very clear right now is who's on our side. The black people, God's people, what's very clear is who's on our side in the Latin community and who is not. And I know it's not all of them. I know that. I know all the Latin people are not against their own people, and they're not all against black people with dark skin. I know that. That's the separation that's happening. The ones that are on our side, that will be shown, that will emerge. But what's being exposed right now is the ones who have the most self-hatred, that hate themselves so much that they have voted with all of their energy, time, and focus. They voted against their own people because they thought that what they voted for wouldn't affect them. So y'all Latinos, let me tell you what y'all need to do. Y'all need to find a black brother or a black sister to be lifting up genuinely with your whole heart. Because if we don't feel it, if we know your heart ain't in it, we are going to reject you. We're going to walk away from you. We're going to leave you. We're moving forward, but you will get left behind if you're not on the black agenda. Please believe that. And we mean that with our whole heart. This is what it says in the Bible. I'm reading from Ezekiel 37 and starting at verse 19. It says, "Say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them, so shall they be my people, and I will be their God. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall all walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, whereon your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever." So God is going to unite the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom is the black people, the dark-skinned people. The northern kingdom is the Latinos. A lot of the people that are known as Hispanics or Latinos or Latinx. Those people are actually from the northern kingdom. And God is going to unite us, but what he's doing right now is he's flushing out the evil ones. He's flushing them out. He's exposing them and letting you know these ones ain't with you. Those are the rejects. And he's going to join the righteous ones together, all of the ones, the black and Latino ones. He's going to join us together, the ones that are going to keep the commandments. And we are forming God's kingdom in this earth. The new kingdom that is going to be brought upon the earth, God's kingdom, that's the kingdom that we are going to be in charge of. So you better figure out real quick whose side you're on, because this train is moving forward. And if you ain't on God's side, if you ain't with the black people, you're going to get left behind. This has been a public service announcement. This has been a warning, a foretelling, a call to action for the people that are on the sidelines. You better get it together. If you ain't got it together, you better get it together, because we're moving forward with or without you. What you gonna do? And until next time, shalom and be blessed.